How you doing?
Just got a small headache, but it's just the amount of caffeine I had this weekend.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Today in our phone system problems, the phones won't ring.
That just means we don't have to answer them, right?
Hello guys, welcome to today's Captain's Vlog. It's 10:07 on Monday, May 22nd, 2017. And
We need a phone system.
we need a phone system that doesn't suck. So what's wrong with the battery?
The wire popped off the contacts.
Oh, that's easy to fix.
Easy peasy.
Alright, hang on, what do you got for a battery here? What is that? 1S, 2S?
And it's got a slab of metal on it for weight, which is hilarious.
I'd take that off. You might be able to replace that with a, I think that's a 2S.
Well, the battery still works great, it's just that wire popped off.
Yeah, but you could replace that with like a 2S 6000.
So it could like last me
Days.
This thing already lasts 3 days.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more than you need anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doing okay there?
I'm fine. I'm a rugged man at the sea and everything's fine. Kite, don't ask. There's no video. Thank God. I'm gonna go get them started on autopsy. So we're starting a surplus sale. You could, and some of my viewers really want to know about this. We have some really awesome fun stuff. These are the first things to come out for the surplus sale. If you need a power supply, I can hook you up. Giant Peltier devices, awesome. Big, serious, low voltage, high amperage power supplies. We got some really kick-ass cases. Just fun stuff. This is the first round of stuff to come out for surplus. I'll be doing more as we go. These, if you want a really badass computer case, you just don't want it to have to be portable because they're heavy.
Come back up here when you're done.
Why, do you need me for something? I got a minute.
I just had a phone message.
Oh, what is it?
Hamfest in October.
Okay, what about it?
Well, he wants to talk to you about it. Do you want me to schedule us for it, or do you want to talk to him?
Do they want us to go to it, or do they want to host it here?
It's in Misty.
So they want us to go to it.
I assume.
Sure, I'm game.
Okay.
I like a good ham fest. The only problem with ham fest is they always want to do that shit stupid early in the morning. I never understood that. All the ham fest guys want to be like, yeah, it started at 7 a.m. No, let's do an all day thing. Make it more fun. Mr. Bellatini, sir. If possible, I would like to be set up for autopsy to start at noon, if we can.
Okay.
Cool. Steven got a new thing.
I can use it to keep my mug from sliding down the desk.
It's the coolest dish ever. And yeah. Oh. I am very excited about shooting new autopsy. You know we have a building full of fucking stairs. It's gonna be a fun day of doing laps around here, I tell you. So, I think that's the morning. Yeah.
Bruce, you need to wake up. You need to stay up.
Hi.
Hi.
So your party wrecked Bruce.
Apparently.
Bruce is the official casualty of the Batman birthday party.
So, of all the drinking that happened, though, I ended up being Winnie puking.
Yeah.
Well, it is the English way.
It's all that donkey dip. Where is he? He's got to be on the road to Texas.
Ooh,
The car I have to finish up this morning.
The Texas car?
Yeah.
He was here on Sunday.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You ready to rock?
We'll be shortly.
Okay.
Got to get you your breakfast.
I had breakfast. You're the one rolling out for breakfast at the crack of 10.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I don't need breakfast, I need Bitcoin. I'm waiting for California to wake up. The
It is
entire
right.
state of California just sleeps until noon.
Yes, it does.
What's Bitcoin at?
And that's at their time.
What's Bitcoin at this morning? Hold that.
It's like I got a handful.
Bitcoin at this moment is at 2234.58.
Ka-ching!
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is my intention to give you 0.1 Bitcoin for your birthday. Oh well, then I don't have to.
I got you gonorrhea for your birthday.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
I know, right?
God, I missed
Every year I get him a new one.
Did you just say, gosh, I wish that I missed
No, I
that?
said I missed her too.
I got him syphilis years ago and we didn't tell him about it. It hit stage 4 and now he's way more fun to be around.
She was the cute blonde, right?
That was Janet, yeah.
I missed her too.
Miranda was chlamydia, Jessica was gonorrhea.
Haven't met Krabs yet?
Oh man, we're not gonna talk about her. Jesus. What are you doing? Oh, nipple clamps.
I gotta glue my battery back together.
Oh,
No, your nipple clamps are the bigger ones. That you have to use 2 hands for.
you know, by the end of this day, I'm chasing you around this building with nipple clamps, right? Because I actually have them.
Oh.
You get to pick your type, though. Do you want the pinchy with the band, or do you want the really nice lotus ones? I think you like the Asian ones that pinch harder the more you pull on them. They're fun. Big fun.
No.
Huge
No.
fun. You don't know from fun.
No. No. We don't go there. No. You have fun. You enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself.
God, wherever you find more clams.
I don't know.
Any more of the
you're
spring
not-
ones?
You're not whooping me, so who's whooping
It's not me. I don't know where do you keep the clamps?
The drawer labeled small clams.
Oh, hey. Small clam. What fucking universe? Is this a small clamp?
Not everyone who puts stuff away is right.
Small clamps.
Yeah. Like I said, not everyone who puts
There.
stuff away.
I think you should use that.
Alright, fuck it. Oh shit, that's all I need right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Problem solved. You need another one of those small clamps for the other end? I can hook you up. Oh, hey,
For now, it's
Lefty. On the boat in the parking lot, the one you put the cover on, you got to put the monopod stand in there, because if you don't, that's why. No, you need more than that. There at no point, it should look like a tent. Not yet.
We'll throw another one. Yes. Oh, your car,
What?
by the way.
What'd you do to
most
my car?
No, the belt, or the blinky light for AC.
Okay,
Most likely is your belt slipping.
check it.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, I can check the
Check
belt
it.
and make sure it's good, but that's the easiest way to start. Is
Okay.
just put a belt on it.
I'm fine with that. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Basically, it's not getting a load on it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, what's fancy about the backpack?
Huh?
What's fancy about the backpack?
Hey, it's not that. Okay, well, there's a lot of things fancy about it. First off, it's a Locro.
Okay.
Locro has made camera backpacks for a million years, and
I
if you
own
want to
one.
put delicate shit in a backpack,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Now,
Yeah.
now examine this. First off, this is designed specifically for FPV stuff, so they finally solved the radio problem. And if you look at the pictures on it,
I see the Fat Shot goggles, but they don't have the shield around because,
well, that's an older set of goggles.
yeah, hold on.
But if you look at the outside, see that big hard plate?
Yeah.
That's this protects the damn radio plate.
Ah.
Yeah, and then you
Radio's
just strap the
underneath
quad
that.
to the outside, and that solves the problem of, like, I've got a quad backpack, but it only fits exactly one type of quad. Like, if it isn't a QAV 250, it won't fit in there.
Right.
And this is like, fuck it, you can have your props on, it's no problem. You can carry all your gear, it's great. I use a backpack for my quad, I love it, it works really well for me. I saw that and I was like, hey, somebody finally did this for reals, specifically for quads, and I liked it. I thought I would share it with you. Because love. Because you fly quad. Yes.
You have no idea.
be bad. Do the same thing I do for the tours.
Are you recording?
I record everything. There's 200 cameras in this building. The entire internet sees everything. And every time I speak publicly or contentiously in any way, it goes on camera. Because I learned a long time ago, here, see.
I would prefer not to be recorded. I thought about recording our conversation too, but I really did just want to talk this to you.
You can come and just talk, but if you're going to talk to me, it's going to be on camera. It's on that camera that goes out live to the entire internet already.
Okay.
Come have a seat. Justice happens in full view. That's how we would do things. There's a reason we hold a GuideStar Platinum rating for accountability and transparency.
Okay. That sounds good.
I have long since experienced enjoying having people take things I say and
Right.
change them around and put them on the internet. And the problem is when I talk, thousands of people see it. So I learned a long time ago.
Oh,
It's
sure.
a really awesome thing of being able to have evidence and citing sources. And if you're going to make an argument, you have to be able to back it up. The downside is every time I talk back to the people on the internet, well, I pick it apart and use my words against them. So I let cameras. There's 200 of them here and 3 television stations and TV internet channels. So we have our master control. So go ahead.
Well, were you offended? Did you have a problem with the way I talked about your poster?
Yes. But it doesn't matter.
Well, I would like to hear.
You're a person who holds really strong opinions about things you don't know anything about. And I fight that on the internet all day, every day. Honestly, it's actually my job in no urban days. My reason for being, like what gets me out of bed in the morning, is to leave a lasting positive impact on the lives of everyone I possibly can as I go. That's my job. I do this through education, entertainment. I do this through creating opportunity. I can't fix all the problems in the world. The best thing I can do is be a catalyst for change. So I've dedicated my life to building really big space with a lot of very smart people who practice logic and reasoning critically and trying to get as many human beings as possible off their ass and off the computers and actually do something. On the surface, this place is a place to explore science and engineering. It's a place to explore and learn. But the number one thing we make here is better lives. People come here and they don't just build projects in their companies. That's the point. Intentionally, we have a huge involvement in the local community. Intentionally, and this is very much a choice, a large standpoint of what the fuck are you doing? A large part of our public outreach is founded on a very simple concept of I don't need it. A moment, please.
Sure.
What the hell are you doing? Okay. Hearing explosions, high voltage, things like that, totally normal. That was a sound I didn't realize. A big part of the public side of what we do here is based on I don't give a shit. I don't care if you're black or white, gay or straight, rich or poor, if I'm standing left or right. I genuinely, in my soul, don't give a shit because it doesn't matter. That ends there. I don't care if they're black or white because it doesn't matter. I don't care what their own language is. I don't care whether you go to school. I don't care if they love or they hate it, because it doesn't matter. I pick battles that matter. I don't have time for the cosmetic bullshit. The overreaching entire genre of political correctness, I have no use for. Because it serves no practical application in my environment. Out there in the world, largely also true. But in this building, in my world, in what I do, it doesn't matter.
Okay, and so I'll talk a little bit, but we can certainly go
By
back
all
to
means.
yours. You know, what particularly you had a problem with. So I don't think my post was well done on your post. I was tired and it was late and I had friends who were really upset about the post, and I was seeing these live stream comments and I wanted to say something to say there are problems with the way this is being handled in the community.
But you don't get that choice.
I get a choice to say that there are problems with the way this is being handled, just as a person who can comment on Facebook.
Okay, but what are you bringing to the game?
Well, if you let me talk a little bit.
Go ahead. By all
And,
means.
you know, I process differently
Okay.
than you do. So, I mean, just need a little time, but I'm trying to get there.
Okay.
Right, so my concern was level placement.
Where is that?
And
big console there.
my concern
Which way do you want to
was
go?
from friends, what I was hearing is something I didn't hear because I have been following it for quite a while. In the unschooled community. So I brought my kids here. My oldest son is mechanic. Yeah. He works at Elvis's Auto Shop.
He's a grease monkey. Is that right? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's been here briefly and now he's really busy with work and it's like that. So, but yeah, I always mention it to him. I brought my youngest son here. We, you know, looked at the and things that way. I've talked to you on. In fact, I helped I was working for Open Doors and made some initial contacts with you guys. And so Open Doors being here is in part because we did start some of those early conversations with folks. So, yeah, so I love what Open Doors does. And, you know, I didn't do a good job putting that out there on this one.
Then I'll give you the opportunity now. What did I do that was wrong?
5.2 volts.
So what I was hearing from friends in the black community, and these girls were not black, that's fine. From the appearance on the video, I identified them as black and other people. And what I was hearing was the way you publicly called really strong a lot of identification. It was at a time when we have in our city, five boys who go over to these descriptions. In a time when black men are showing up en masse to the situation to say, we need a change in program. We need to figure out how we're going to do this better. We know that we're over-policed. We're, you know, carrying the shot. And yes, there were problems, and yes, but the black community in the system continues to get harmed from people who say, I don't care what color you are, and yet the outcomes continue to be different and continue to cause harm.
That's a really awesome narrative, and it was great, and I'd love to take the time to just rip you apart over that. But there's one thing that I have trouble with, like just fundamentally. I didn't choose who committed the crime.
Right.
They committed a crime. They did it in broad daylight, and I have 6 cameras of evidence that I posted unedited. Just here's exactly every moment of what they did. You're overlooking the giant flaw in your argument. Let's assume for a moment, because it suits your narrative, that the teenagers who did this were black. Okay, they're not. By a damn sight. I've met them. But let's assume that that was the thing to suit your narrative. They're black kids in my community who committed a crime. I didn't choose who broke into the dog yard. I didn't choose who let the dog out. The
But you had a lot
problem
of
with the
choices
black community. No. The problem with the black community is the black community. It's that simple. It's not nice. It's not politically correct to say. It's not a sunshiny good thing.
For I don't want to actually recognize where harm is being done and we're systemic racism.
Where harm is being done is by people making bad decisions, and those actions have consequences. And this goes back to about 1964 was the Apex Act. That was when it was the best, and it's gone downhill since then. Look back to the actual civil rights movement. Okay. Look back to the Panthers, King, people who made a real difference. You look at pick a protest, anyone you like. And it doesn't have to be racially motivated. Pick any protest in the United States today. Just go on the news and look at the people. Those aren't protesters. Those are idiot tourists. Real protesters. The Panthers are an excellent example. Those guys showed up wearing suits, ties. They had tangible goals. They were articulate. They were educated. These are men I can respect. What I have today is not that. What I have is a culture of chosen ignorance. I have a culture that celebrates stupidity.
Have you spent time researching concepts like systemic racism or thinking about cultural competence, just so the organization, whatever barriers might be in the organization to folks of color coming in and engaging have been maybe addressed or looked at? Sure.
I don't know anything about cultures of color or anything like that.
I agree. I mean, no
It's
justice.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Good luck finding one of those.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I also.
But that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that the people who came here, of their own accord, on their own time,
Did you find out what
wrote the law. Did I? Yes, I talked to them. I've met with their parents.
That's great. That's great.
But
I'm curious. Can I know what they were
No,
doing?
absolutely not.
Okay. That's fine.
What did I do that is wrong? That's the recurring question which you still haven't answered. We've launched into culture wars and shit like that. What exactly did I do? And cite fucking sources that was wrong. You commented on my post, you jumped my shit, and I want you to demonstrate.
Well,
what I
everyone
did
else was
that was
commenting
wrong.
in support. So
Yes,
I
a
just
lot of them
wanted
did,
to
but just because, no, you don't do that just for fun if you're going to disagree, and I welcome that. I'm not a god. I fuck up every day with surprising regularity.
You use name calling.
I call millions.
Yes.
Yes, why did I do that? Because I figured fucker wouldn't play very well.
Well, those aren't your only two choices.
Oh, I had lots of other ones, but I was being.
No, you weren't.
Call millions.
You told me in our conversations.
I don't regret that. That's not wrong.
Hey, Tucky.
There's the 4 views dog. I have 4 views dog. If you do something fundamentally stupid,
It does not mean you're stupid. It means you made a bad choice. Or or you made a mistake, or you misunderstood the situation.
If really the
You're
biggest
stupid.
thing you've got against me is that I called somebody an idiot, you should read my other posts because wow, is that light. And I'm going to sleep just fine with that one.
That's fine if you do. But
Do
you
better.
put your name.
Okay.
You want to know what you did wrong.
No, I want to know what you think I did wrong. I know
Okay.
what I did wrong.
What did you do?
Absolutely nothing. I did an amazing job in handling that entire situation, and you're about to see the results of it in the next few days.
That's great. What I know is there are folks that I believe you think you want to reach out to, that you have turned off, and they won't come talk to you.
That's fine.
Because,
I don't want them to talk to you.
well, they're going to talk to me because some of them are.
I don't want you representing my company.
That's fine.
Okay, if they don't want to talk to me, fuck them if they can't take a joke. It's not a popularity contest. I don't need them.
Except that this happens all the time
That's
in
fine.
communities that are underserved, is that they're.
Well, maybe if they're going to get a giant stick up their ass and be like, I'm not going to talk to him because he used the word idiot, they're going to remain underserved. That's their choice. The doors are open to anyone with a sincere and passionate desire to learn. I have no use for pussies and idiots. They can walk. Got no use for it. If they want, oh, he said it, he told me I'm offended. Be offended. Fuck off. You got a right to be offended. I don't want them if
But
that's not
about
their
young
thing.
people.
What about young people? Young people do stupid things. I did tons of them. I was an idiot for large portions of my youth.
Right. But, like, one, yes, I really just don't like.
I called him an
Separate
idiot
the
for something
action.
that in this neighborhood will get you shot. And I called him an idiot, and that's the bad thing? Your perspective is awesome. I want your problems.
Can you not make it about me?
It is about you. You picked the fight. You stood up and commented with a dissenting opinion. Awesome. I love it. Challenge me. But challenge me. Come at me with something intelligent.
Well,
Make me your bitch. Do it on camera. I'll put it on the internet. Love it. I love hate mail. I love people that have opinions different from mine. I learned something from them. Teach me something new.
so I will, okay, so the problem that I'm having in communicating, and, you know, and we may not connect on this, and that's okay. I just want to come and see what would happen. The problem I'm having in communicating this is that a lot of what I think was wrong has to do with how quite a few people in the community saw your actions, that they're calling you a white supremacist organization because you have an all-white board, because they're not seeing barriers removed in the organization for coming in, and that post exacerbated all of that communication, and the problem I'm having communicating is that I keep needing to see it not as a simple action, but as part of systemic racism. Like that's where it lies. And
I want to know exactly where, in any public post I've ever made on any social media organization ever, and there are thousands of them, wherever anybody at any point can demonstrate any systemic racism in this organization, or any overtly racist act I've ever taken, or any racist
Different
language
things.
No, absolutely same thing.
Oh,
If you're
no.
going to call my company a racist, you better really be able to demonstrate that.
By
You
what-
say anything you want, but you got to be able to demonstrate.
by the sociological definition of racism,
Which is?
which is a system, and I don't have it memorized exactly.
This would
but
be a
I
really
can
good
send-
time for you to have had it written down.
I can send it later.
Okay.
I can look it up and send it later.
Systemic racism?
Systemic racism.
Hey, Moose! I need the OED for systemic racism, please.
You might need to Google it. I don't know.
She's a research scientist. She'll get this.
Okay. Very good. But basically, my working definition is the institutions and interaction with institutions that result in poorer outcomes for people of color.
What have I done against people of color?
So wait, you
What have I
keep
done for
making it
people of
personal.
color that is different? It is personal. This is my company.
That's
What
right.
have I, my company, or anyone in my employ done differently
Can you
for
really
people
let me
of color
finish,
than
though?
white?
Can you
Sure,
really
but there's
let
a
me
point
finish?
coming, right? 'Cause this is
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. So if there were no barriers here, you would have people working for you, people on your board, and people using the group that mirrored makeup of this city.
Okay.
So up to 40%
Thank you.
of people of color would be here on the board using it in the staff.
Do you have members to offer for the board for that?
Huh?
Well, she just said we need more people of color on the board.
So that means, right, developing relationships.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I was asking if you had any people to recommend at this time.
At this time, I could come up with people, possibly, yes.
If you're making a suggestion of meeting, then we feel that that should be back with the suggestions of what you feel rather than how.
I completely understand. So I'm really here to have initial conversations, and I understand it's upsetting to hear racism and racist.
Oh, that's not upsetting at all. I'm totally cool with that. What's upsetting is people with strong opinions that they can't defend and don't understand. That's the part that
That
annoys the
is
shit
your
out of me.
opinion, because though I am new to this work, I have been working hard to understand it and to read research around it and to educate myself around it. And though it is a different way of talking about race and it's a different conversation, it is one that
That's great, but you still haven't solved the original thing. I'm not going to talk to you about institutionalized racism. You're white. You don't get a vote. Just like I don't get a vote when it comes to abortion because I don't have a uterus. You don't get a vote. Done. It's that simple. I want to talk to you about the two kids that broke into my yard and let the
but
dog
I
out.
am complicit in the geek group's institutional racism.
You're really not.
When I work here, when I volunteer here, I am complicit in what this is doing. And I came here because I have a problem with that. And I need to think about that. And
You
I just
can't
wanted to talk
demonstrate
about that.
racism in my company. How? Have you ever seen me treat people differently here because
That's
they're
not
black?
the definition that I'm working with.
Because I'm not attractive to a black audience, that doesn't mean that I'm racist.
Because you haven't removed barriers.
What barriers exist?
That would be a
No.
for something.
You can't tell me I haven't removed the barriers without absolutely right now being able to identify at least one fucking barrier. You can't tell me I'm doing something wrong unless you can tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong.
I can.
Where's the
Because
barrier?
I
What barrier is there? At what point
What's
have I ever
your
denied a member?
cultural competency? And I know
At
that
what point
sounds
have I ever
like-
denied somebody membership because they're black?
It's not just that, and everybody thinks it's just that. I would never.
It is
deny
exactly just
No,
that.
It's not just that.
Then prove it.
Then I will get you some links.
No,
about that.
do it now. This is Occam's razor. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary
Just
evidence.
because I cannot, I can get links and figure
I don't
this
want
out.
links. I want it from you. I want reality. I want facts. I want sources. You're telling me I have people in the community that are alienated by me because they're black. You're telling me I have people who think I'm racist. You're giving me
No.
shit about a post I made online about two kids that absolutely, without any doubt, broke like 20 different laws. And you're pissed at me about
Because they
this.
trespassed and opened a gate.
Well, we can go for a lot of different fun things on that one, and most of them meant really nice things for the community. That's why we're here.
It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, you have the answers that you want. That's fine.
I want to hear you demonstrate something to the contrary. All you have is, some people say bad things about you. Fuck them! They won't say it to me. I'd love it if they would. I'd love it. I would love it if I could have every leader of every ethnic community in this city march in my door and say, you're not doing enough for Iranians. You're not doing enough for the black people or the brown people or the red. I don't give a shit. All of them. They can line up right there. Tell me I'm not doing enough.
Okay.
And then the next words I want to hear out of their mouth is, how can I do better? What are they going to do
Yes.
to get them in here? Inundate me with 300 new Burmese refugees. Bring them in here. But don't just sit on the sidelines and piss and moan if you can't do better. I have thousands of people who want to sit on the sidelines and bitch, and I can't get them to get off their ass and make a difference.
So my main purpose was to say, like, so you're kind of asking for labor from them. You know, like, you have to come in, you have to make my organization better to do that.
If they want to bitch that we're not doing enough for their people, they have to get their people to come here.
And
That's
the
simple. The doors are open.
Other thing is that as an organization, as many organizations do in the city, you can also seek out that information. You can seek out something like Partners for Racism racism-free community.
I'm not a race relations organization. That's not my
No,
shit. I teach
Cascade
science.
Engineering went through their partners program. I mean, people who
Cool.
just are orgs go through their program. It's not about you being a race relations. And that's part of what I just wanted to show up and say, there are resources available for you if you are interested in learning how to do that.
I'm not.
Okay?
It's
And that's-
monumentally bullshit.
Okay.
The doors are open. We have one simple requirement. The doors are open to anyone with a sincere and passionate desire to learn. That ends it. That ends the whole thing. If they have a sincere, passionate desire to learn, they should come here and learn stuff. If they don't, I can't force them to do it.
Right? Yep.
Who's that?
What time is it?
It is 12:49. I've missed half the day, but it was worth it. Get data, come yell at me. Get people to want to come yell at me. But have something.
I'll see.
Don't come at me with half the thing.
I
I'll do
don't
this on a
mind.
weekly basis.
That's fine. I don't mind coming. I don't mind that you think I'm stupid.
I don't
mind
think you're stupid. I think you're
coming
fine.
at you with half a thing.
If I thought you were stupid,
Because
you
I'm
would have
trying to
stuff.
have the conversation because I need to learn from you where are you? What do you need? What I know is that I was looking at that list of comments and going, I feel like I need to stop harm that might
What harm?
here to these girls.
Who
because
harmed the girls?
I'm afraid that someone's going to come after them, recognizing them on this. I'm afraid in this really tense time that these are what people are going to do to these girls. And so that is where I'm coming from. They know racist is a really hard word to hear.
Okay, a couple things.
No,
One,
it's not.
stop calling them girls. Only one of them's a girl.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't know. They looked young to
Okay.
me, so it's only what I see on the video.
You are right now telling me I was scared for the wee precious children. The wee precious children let a dog out of a private, secured, fenced-in yard into rush hour traffic. People in this neighborhood, including myself, tend to very, very deeply love their dogs.
Absolutely.
The children
I
have a
I
mind
get
of
that
their
they
own.
screwed up.
The children have a mind of their own and are capable of making their own decisions. The dog does not. The dog's an idiot. I love her dearly. She's an idiot. If you open the gate, the dog's going to run out, and 50 feet away I've got Leonard, which is the biggest street over here. If somebody saw that happen, if I saw that happen, there would have been massive consequences to those children right now. This is true of anybody in this neighborhood. There are people not far from here, you would not have to look very hard, in this neighborhood who would have beat the shit out of those kids today. You can get shot in this neighborhood for doing things like that. And it happens. What I did was accomplish my goal. Scare the living shit out of those kids. Because if you think they didn't see that post in the first 12 hours, you're nuts. Because exactly what you feared to happen did happen. Somebody recognized those kids. Because it's a close-knit community. Somebody showed those kids, you're in here. At which point, they now have the fear of God. My job is to scare them and teach them. Preferably in a way that doesn't destroy their lives. I have the ability right now to completely destroy the lives of both of those kids and their entire immediate family because they're not legally in the United States. I'm not doing that because I think that's wrong. Because it should be proportional to the kids, it should be proportional to the offense. I want to scare them and I want them to learn something. I don't want that to destroy their lives. Because I'm one of those weird people that actually celebrate the fact that we live in a country made of misfits and immigrants. That's why we're here. That's how I got here.
You know that's not weird, and you know I agree, because you can tell by the way.
Quit being scared of everything. You have an excellent heart and you're not stupid, but you're terrified. You're terrified for all the wrong reasons. Stop doing that. You're better than that. Be better than that. No, don't say a fucking word. Be better than that.
You don't get to tell me.
I get to demand it. If you're going to come in here and give me shit, if you're going to post things on the internet publicly, you're going to withstand scrutiny.
That's fine.
And you will
And that's
especially
good.
with me.
And
I will make time
knew
for you.
I was wrong.
I will sit down with you and you can have a setting opinion. It's totally cool. I celebrate this shit. I love that shit. But you got to be able to challenge me. If you can't do that, I'm going to make you my bitch every time. Every time. And I'm very good at this.
I'm really good at a different kind of conversation.
You are warm and fuzzy, and I am not. And together we might actually make a way. You alright? You good? You're fine, just breathe.
I can cry, I can be scared, and I can still do the things.
Stop being scared. There's nothing to be scared of. It turns out, overwhelmingly, people are actually decent. There are bad people in the world who do bad things. It's my job to stand on the nose of
What
it.
do you think about institutional racism?
I think it's a crock of shit. Institutional racism exists. Absolutely. It does exist. But I think
I
it's
just
a crock
wanted
of
to
shit.
know the answer to that question.
Of course it exists.
Okay. But then why is it a crack of shit? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Because you and I are down to
Absolutely, but we can't not fix it if we're not aware too. Like, we have
Institutional
to be part of
racism
it.
is the exact same thing as a bunch of rich, white, old men that sit around and get to decide abortion laws. It's the same thing! We don't get a vote. The problem with racism, fundamentally, is the older generation is just habit. The younger generation doesn't really exist nearly so much as it did, which is why you're seeing fundamental shifts in culture. But the absolute number one problem in the black community is the black community. I have a homework assignment for you. I want you to go home, I want you to get on YouTube, and I want you to look up Bill Cosby, of all people. I want you to look up the pound cake speech. You have pound cake kids, right? Bill Cosby did a speech years ago. It's called the pound cake speech. Listen to it. And then talk to me. And we'll understand. Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but Bill Cosby's black. Okay? He's not like Denzel black, but he's pretty black. Listen to his speech, and he'll tell you.
But he's denied racism all his life.
Listen to his speech. Because Bill Cosby is intelligent and articulate, and you probably didn't know he actually has a PhD in education.
I do know that, yes.
Go listen to that speech. That'll tell you everything you need to know about my thoughts on institutional racism.
All right. I don't agree, and I will get better about it.
It's consistent, right? If you continue to follow this, look what happened after it reached 1,000 for the first time. People got really excited and then dropped back to this line. And then when it gets up to 1,500, people get really excited and it drops back to this line. That's support. And this support will continue. It's a very consistent support, and that's what we like to see in charts forever.
What do you think is going to happen?
So,
I mean, obviously we did this again.
So this number is called resistance on the top. It's less, or it's more difficult to predict, but I can put that line right there, and it continues right here. And that's a pretty big jump. So it's kind of an exponential graph. I don't know how high this will go, but I know it won't dip below, say, 1,400 again. So this is where I'm looking at. And right now, actually, I'm mostly Ethereum and Litecoin because I'm waiting for it to
Same.
But the fun thing about this is if you view U.S. stock, Ford, Apple, Google, they all have these lines, but they're a lot more complex because people are looking at earnings for the company. They're looking at number of cars sold for Ford.
Right.
They're looking at a lot more dynamic numbers. This is purely technical charting on a commodity that people are buying. So I don't have to worry about Bitcoin earnings. I don't have to worry about some sort of central government. I don't have to worry about all that kind of nuanced stuff that I would worry about.
I don't know. There is a lot of, like, China has a huge impact. Like, the Chinese government has a huge impact on the price of Bitcoin. When they get twitchy, shit happens.
Consumers of it.
Yes, but there's regulation changes. Like, I've seen this impact the price of Bitcoin to a significant degree.
But it's all
in short term.
Yeah, it's all short term, and it all follows that line. So, Chris and I, you and I had a conversation the other day when Bitcoin hit 1666. It's a random number, but it's
that 2/3 line.
It's a 2/3 gain when Bitcoin hit 1,000. So people are buying and selling this as a commodity.
Holy fuck! Ethereum's at $180.
Yeah, man.
I haven't been paying attention
Bought
to
it
it
at
lately.
15, so that was a nice move.
Yeah, I was like, God, I was buying Ethereum at $7 a piece. I got a bunch of them. I didn't know it went up that high. I don't follow Ethereum day to day. It's in my wallet. I forget about it.
So there you go.
That says
one-
sell.
I don't know, man. Like,
How long is this chart? Let's go.
this 6? No.
Oh, that's pretty tight. Okay.
So, but like, what's that like? Here-ish area. So like this, I feel is anomalous, but there's a lot of stuff happening with Ethereum. That's the exciting part about it. Besides just
Oh, he's doing his paper thing.
coin.
Anything behind this line, because this is basically a change in momentum. So if you start using these numbers, it becomes difficult. This is pretty flat. A little bit of gain there, but I would say that the downside on this is back down to here, which is
About 250.
yeah, 250. But Ethereum is less than 200. It's 180.
You're looking at market cap.
Yeah, we don't
I
want
don't know
to
if
do
it
that.
is.
You want price.
Markets. No. Charts.
Orange is price.
Price.
Or green is price in dollars.
Yeah, but it's about the same.
Yeah.
So we've returned back to 115. So I'd be a seller Ethereum at this point.
Dig it.
My problem with the whole day trading thing is I'd love to do it, but I need somebody who can just sit and stare at a computer screen all day and track 20 different coins and really work it and do that. And if I did that, I could make money. But I don't have the time to sit and stare at a computer, so I just buy and hold.
What I'd rather do is just, instead of sitting, because that's, I mean, I would do that. I really like watching. Would rather just be like, no, this is how much I would like to make. And just put in the order and just be like, sell here.
Yeah.
And just walk away from it and just understand that like that's the amount. If it went higher, you lost out on that.
Yeah.
But you made the safer bet that this was here, and you have a more long-term gradual growth, and go with that over like.
Otherwise, you go blind watching depth
That's-
charts all day.
Yeah, that's great. But you're gonna go crazy.
Are you on Coinbase right now?
And you just got me on.
I just got him in my Celium wallet
Okay.
because he's keeping all of his holdings on Coinbase.
The cost to trade on Coinbase is much higher than on Poloniex.
Okay.
So I would recommend.
And the other one that I went in on was Kraken. Just got verified for that stuff, and then what was the other one? I don't remember what it's called. There's another one I verified for, but I haven't put anything into it yet.
Yeah, so I like Poloniex. I like the fact that I can lend Bitcoin. Cost of trade is pretty cheap. But, so you say buy and hold strategy, would you buy the dip? Let's say if we returned in the next week to 115, would you buy more?
Yeah, I think I have an alert for 100, but that's just a real rough. Was like, just let me know when it's here. That's
So-
like no analysis, nothing.
Yeah, so what I would say is, let's say 115 or 100 is your number. Because you're functioning on an exchange, right now you're thinking only US dollars to Ethereum, US dollars to Bitcoin, US
Right.
dollars to Litecoin. Think of them all as currencies.
Right.
So let's say I'm holding Bitcoin, I'm holding Ethereum, and Ethereum goes back to 115. I'm going to decrease my holdings on Bitcoin, assuming we're in a pretty decent market for Bitcoin, to move into Ethereum so that I can catch the
Right,
bounce.
right. And that's just because the only reason that I'm doing it straight US is like it's just hard to mentally process.
Right, it is.
Especially when it's like 0.000. I'm like, nope, math's out of the way. I can't even do this.
It was really awesome when Bitcoin was $1,000 a piece. That was, man.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, that was like, wow, okay, I can do this.
Maybe when it was 400, or Ethereum was $7.
Yeah.
Those were good times, wish I would have moments, but
I meet a lot of people that say that. Which is fine on Saturday, but on Sunday, I fucking hear killers. Yes.
It's not gonna matter until it happens 3 times. When it's 2, it's a
I think I got it, so it gets everything.
as long as it gets most of it, it's fine.
We're just looking at a light.
Well, but you're in it off to the side. When he's in his spot, you can see him, and then I know, like it's.
When they teach you frame within a frame, this is not really what they're talking
I'm not
about.
trying to get a frame within a frame. I was just trying to get everyone within the frame. Because he just said he wanted to get everyone, and so.
I believe you.
That actually updated.
The important thing is you tried your best.
Yeah. I want to
Fuck.
I don't know enough about Linux to be
Yeah,
correct.
because.
make a note.
Yeah, then
When
I'll
you were,
be,
cause
yeah,
when you were
then I'll be
standing there,
blocking
the
it.
biggest thing. Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like if you're here, you were blocking him most of the time, unless I moved it way over. But then it
You
was.
probably put it behind. I don't know how much you get because you can't zoom or anything on it, but. Hey, what the hell is that thing for?
What thing?
That's a video reel to reel. No one to do a video on it.
Okay. An autopsy or a video?
A video.
Can we get rid of everything else next to it so we have room to put live stream to it?
Yeah, well, that shit can go.
Okay.
So what do you want me to do?
Oh, leave it under now, that's
Oh.
another day.
Oh, okay.
But if we're going to have 2 extra cameras floating, I don't want that crap.
Hey, stand where you're gonna. Oh, that is where you're gonna stand.
Yeah. Do you want me to stand where you're gonna stand to make sure you're.
Nah, this is the best I can do.
Alright.
I guess I can pull back a little. Nope. Nope.
This one we can probably zoom in a bit because I don't foresee him standing up that long. Go back out just a bit. There. So you can usually put stuff that far up on the table.
Am I in your shot?
Me? No.
Who else would I be asking?
Live
The,
stream.
the ghost of William Cat.
Can we do a sound check, please?
Go for it.
Zaum Wapatu Wapatia. Zaum Wapatu Wapatia.
Looks good.
Okay.
What's annoying is that you've been doing that since before I worked here. At least 7 years.
Oh, hey, let go.
I should go put the sign on the door.
Oh, hey.
Here to help. Ha-ha! Get that icky nastiness in there. Okay.
That icky nastiness off your table containing dead guy.
My table is like super clean right now. It's beautiful. Vivian came in, did a whole thing. It is a artistic sculpture representing the human condition. Shiny and pretty on the outside, full of death and lies on the inside. Much nice.
Start rolling this.
Rolling on white.
Rolling on yellow.
Green.
Rolling on sound.
When you're ready.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden and welcome to... Should have plugged it first. Oh wow, that's the problem. Okay. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden and welcome to today's equipment autopsy. In today's episode, we have an Oral-B Braun electric toothbrush. Professional care, doesn't tell me what model it is.
We need to pause
Why?
because we picked a very white thing,
That's racist.
Oh, that is very well known.
and
That's racist.
Stephen lowered the f-stop because we've been working with big boxes that are very dark inside. And then we picked a very bright blue and white toothbrush to do next. And I just realized that looking at the screen.
Reverted it to auto.
Thank you.
I almost died. But I didn't. I need to stop using that speaker as a step, though.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. Welcome to the Geek Group. Today, the equipment autopsy is a Braun Oral-B Professional Care Series electric toothbrush. I've never gotten to take one of these apart before, so kind of excited about this. And obviously the reason it came in for autopsy is right here. Power cord is a little bit shouted up, but the interconductor looks okay. Let's take a look at it. Well, really the best way to test the safety of the cord is just, we'll set it on a big metal table, plug it right in, see what happens. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we'll set this on here. Yeah, it charges! Look at that, it's doing stuff. Now the cool thing, this is going to let us talk about something really cool, because you'll notice it's a toothbrush. So it's going to be a low voltage thing. This is why you don't see these with cords on them. That would end bad. So this is a low voltage thing. And the charging thing here is designed to sit next to like a bathroom sink. So there's no metal contacts. If you look at here, it's all plastic. There's no metal contacts anywhere on here. So this has to charge here without there being a direct electrical connection, which tells me it's probably doing that through induction, because there's no metal connecting this. And yet we can see the little green light coming on, so it's trying to charge. So, given that the thing probably works, let's see if we can make it not work anymore. So we'll start off at this end. I'm guessing this comes off. Oh, it's icky. Oh, it even works a little bit. It's really covered in gunge. Yeah, it's so gunged up with what I'm guessing, just at first glance, is caked on toothpaste. I'm going to see if I can get you a proper look down inside there. I have some new toys. We got all new tools. One of the things I've got to play with now is this. This is a Fisher Scientific light source that's designed for use with like a microscope. But it lets me have some really cool fiber optic lights for getting right down into stuff. And I can flip this on. Now I can really light up a specific thing. Here, let me move this to where you'll want it. I can get you right down in there. So we can really see, oh, that's, okay. Let's look right down in there. Now we can zoom way in and see all the nasty.
Pause. Is it on manual?
Yeah.
That's alright, that's pretty zoomed in.
It's not completely in focus, is the problem.
Oh, okay.
Give it a minute.
No problem. This is something I'm going to want to be doing in the future, so it's good for us to figure it out now.
Well, usually manual focus is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not having to look down into like 2 centimeters worth of space usually.
It is now on auto.
That is as close as I can get.
Yeah? Alright. I'm just going to hold this till he quits shaking the world.
I knew that.
Alright, so now we can see right down in there with my awesome new light system, and that is truly disgusting. So while we're looking at this super close up, let's take a look here and we can see there's a bristle assembly here, and this rotates, and it's very, very stiff. And I'm guessing there's a little gear in here, so we'll crack this open and we'll get a look inside. But you can see, if you watch here, you can see through a little window, you can see the thing turn. So we've got a max rotation of about 45 degrees, I think. Well, it goes from there, so we'll hold that level, and it goes down to there. So it's almost 90 degrees of rotation. And the more I work this, the more it loosens up. So I think it's supposed to have 90 degrees of rotation. That looks about right. Yeah. So let's crack open a gear drive on this and see what we got here. Maybe there's a gear, maybe it's a little flexible thing. I don't really know, but we'll figure it out. I'll just set this aside for now. And it appears, I think that's just a pin. This is definitely one of those things that was never designed to be taken apart for repairs or anything like that. This is absolutely a disposable thing. I just want you to realize, if you're ever wondering what I go through for these videos, we got this at like the Salvation Army or something like that. This is obviously spent a considerable amount of time in somebody's face. I don't know who. So in my head, this is Lara Croft's toothbrush. And that's just what I'm going to do. Let's get some tools. Start with this and see if this will do for us. There's a little pin right here. When I first saw this, I thought that was a screw. I was like, oh, that'll be easy. No, it's not a screw, it's just a pin. And I have no idea how to drive that pin out, so there's no way this comes apart without initially breaking something. Try just levering it. That's not doing what I want. So I'm going to lever it on both sides. So this is a standard set of diagonal cutters, right? You can use these for more than just cutting. These make excellent wire strippers in a pinch, and I know a lot of people that do 90% of the wire. You've seen me in as recently as the past couple episodes strip wires for a pair of these. But you can also use these as a balanced set of wedges. Now it requires a delicate touch because it's really easy to just cut right through something. But if you want to separate these, you can bring these in like this and just slightly squeeze it. And now I'm separating that and can pop the thing right off. And it didn't cut through, it just pulled this out of up in there. And here's a pin. This pin that's just a little stainless steel pin. It's got a shmoo on one side of it. That's our first piece out of there. And we've got the brush assembly. I think we call this the head, which is just a piece of plastic, nothing special. And now, see, I'm going to try and figure out how this drive system works. I think that's it. I think it's that little rod that vibrates back and forth. And it engages the pin in the end here. So this pin goes down in this hole. This rod smacks against it and it just wiggles it back and forth. And that's really all there is to it. And that little pin off the top, we saw this pin originally that I thought was a screw. You can see it extends in there. And I can probably just push it right out now. Yeah, there we go. That's just friction fit in there. It's been in there for like 5, no, it isn't from the toothbrush, it's from something I did before, but it's been in there like through this whole thing. Fuck, that hurts. And I was like, I had a splinter, and I saw it, and I was like, oh hey, I can get that. I was a step away from saying magnify a lot, and just, you know. So, that's just a pin. We can just leave that there, it's really easy to see. And this is just a little shaft, and I'm going to see if I can get this apart to any degree. And I don't think I can pull it out that way. I'm not entirely sure how they got it in there in the first place. Because if I can't pull it out this end, and it doesn't fit in the other end, and this is weird, if I pull on it, watch this, look right here, see this thing here? If I grab this and pull on it, I pull it way out like this. Okay, so it's out like 1/4 inch. Now watch this. It sucks it back in there. What is this? Why do you do this? So, I know how to do it. Alright, we'll cut the head clean off. Okay, so cut the head off. Now I'll just grab it with a pair of pliers. And it still doesn't come out! Okay. Well, it goes in slowly, so if I let go, I might be able, this is going to be some Indiana Jones motion. If I let go, I might be able to get back in and under it before it retracts all the way. Yep. Alright, so now I'm under it. And I broke it. But the cool thing is now I can push it out. Just go up to this side. I have a little set of drifts. I'm just going to drift this right on through. Oh, Krusty's coming out now. I need a bigger banging force. Got all new tools, don't know where anything is. Yep, that's so tight. Alright, so let's go back to our diagonal cutters. Now these won't let me grab enough here. That plastic's soft enough, I'm just going to break it. So, let's try these. That's all, it's all clicked, glued, fused, shoed, crusted together. And that's as far apart as that's going to get. So, yeah. Let's get into the main body because this is where the cool stuff's going. Alright, so we've got a little pin driven in down here. No screws. Really wish this had more screws. And it's all sealed. We've got an overmolded part here. This is the gummy rubber. This feels like a silicone. Here's our business end. Says the battery's dead. Let's see, because I want to get into this. I want it to work once I'm into it, but I don't need it to be pretty. There's no easy way into you. pushed on a little pin down here and it just fell right inside. Maybe I'll get lucky. It's got to happen eventually. Okay. I want you to get a little vinyl sticker made with a target. Okay. That looks better than a piece of tape.
Just, I could zoom in if you not hold it so close to yourself.
Oh, come off. All right. That balance between don't want to break it and really want it inside. Using my little widget tool to try and wedge that crack open just a bit. Maybe I can move, because it obviously snaps into there. I don't need to move it a lot, just need to move it enough. Ah, there. So there's a little trick for you to know. You can use a little plastic widget to open it up enough to get a screwdriver in to make the whole thing just shoot out the bottom. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we've got our bottom piece here, which is covered in gunge and really quite disgusting. But you can see the socket side that sits on this pin here. Like this is very obviously designed to mate. Now inside that, we've got a spring, which looks like a regular flashlight spring. It's a quite substantial spring for what this is. And now, a coil of wire, which is our inductive receiver. So maybe I'll get lucky and I can just pull this whole thing right out the bottom, which would really be awesome if I could get just the whole thing. I don't think I'm going to because it's probably up down there somehow. Really want you to come out and say hi. There are a lot of people who want to meet you, and they all think you're cool, and they want to be your friend. And why don't you just come outside and play? So, it's 1900. We had an awesome board meeting.
Yes,
Mr. Kidwell was very excited. And now we're grilling, enjoying the beautiful weather. It's actually really quite nice out. And I have a cool bit of happy to report to you guys. Both of the kids that were involved with the Mackey incident have now been here with a guardian or a parent or whatever, have been wavered, have signed up, and have begun doing their 50 hours of community service. All without ever needing to get the criminal justice system involved and screwing up these kids' lives, all without any rage or anger or violence or any crap like that. It was all handled beautifully. And I'm really happy with the outcome. So that's a pretty cool thing. That's today's Captain's Vlog. You guys have fun. I'll see you tomorrow.